What's going on, guys? This is Zane Navratil here, and welcome to the APP Tours New York City Video Bootcamp. Today we're going to be talking about third shot success. How can I be more effective hitting my third shots, and also how can I put pressure on my opponents to make their third shots more difficult? So first we're going to focus on how I can improve my own third shots. The biggest flaw that I tend to see with people when hitting third shots is a lot to do with spin. I get asked a ton, like, do I want to put a bunch of backspin on it so that the ball stays low? Do I want to try and put a bunch of topspin on my third shot so that it dips at my opponent's feet? Both of those things are true. If I cut the ball a little bit, the ball will hit the ground and stay a little bit lower. If I hit some topspin on my third shot, that ball is going to fly through the air and dip. Those things are both true. However, they're not always your best shot. Your best shot is typically going to be something that's a little bit more simple. And so sometimes I'm personally thinking about not putting any spin on a shot. If I'm trying to cut that ball and I don't hit it correctly, I might sail it a little bit too long, I might pop it up a little bit too high, and then my opponent has an easier ball. If I'm trying to topspin that shot, it's the same exact thing. So if I have a difficult shot that I don't feel like I can drop into the kitchen perfectly, I'm not going to try and do anything extra. I'm going to try and simplify my third shot with no spin. Now, if I do have a little bit easier of a third shot, maybe my opponent has left the ball a little bit shorter or a little bit higher, at that point, I might put a little bit of cut or a little bit of topspin, only because I'm very, very comfortable with that shot. So how can I make my third shot a little bit easier? First off is simplifying. Second, going to safer targets. Generally, if we take our third shot to the person that is just returned, the returner is going to be a little bit further behind that kitchen line and potentially out of balance, meaning they're still running up to the kitchen line by the point that that third shot is coming over. So two ways to make your third shot more reliable. First, eliminating some of that spin, and then second, going to bigger and safer targets. Conversely, how can I make my opponent's life difficult when they're hitting their third shot drop? How can I put pressure on them? First, it comes with my quality of return. If I can take advantage of a weaker serve and try and push my opponents back off of that baseline as they're hitting their third shot, the further away they are from the kitchen, the more difficult their third shot is. So if I can hit a good deep return, it makes their shot more difficult, and it also allows me more time to get myself established at the net as the returner. So the first way of putting more pressure on my opponent's third shot drop is a good deep return. The second way of putting pressure on my opponent's third shot drop is not being a passive net man, meaning if my partner has just returned serve, I'm going to step a little bit more towards the center of that court, looking to take balls out of the air, looking to put pressure on that third shot drop. As the returner's partner, I'm trying to take that next ball out of the air because I know that my partner who's just hit the return might not get all the way up to the kitchen line with me. So those are two ways to put pressure and make your opponent's third shot more difficult. So a couple of keys to third shot success include simplifying and going to bigger targets. Putting pressure on your opponent's third shots can come by a deeper return and an active net person. So if you can master third shots and get to the kitchen on offense, or prevent your opponents from getting to the kitchen on defense, that's going to win you a whole lot more pickleball points, a whole lot more pickleball matches, and that'll do you a great service in New York City. Thank you guys for watching the APP Tours New York City Video Bootcamp. We'll see you with another tip next week.